Welcome to the top upcoming RPGs and games of November 2019. This month had too many top titles to ignore that we decided to widen our top 5 to RPGs and games. In this edition we're going to take a look at each of the titles, talk a little about each, and then explain why we think they deserve to be on the list. So join me now and find a mixture of hidden gems and old favourites given a shiny new coat of paint. Last month we had new worlds to discover, with the Outer Worlds taking the top spot of the month. However, this November tells a different story, with a long-running series getting a new entry on the Switch, a different kind of knight prevailing against the dark side, as well as a few others making their mark. You'll have plenty of immersive universes to pick from. Without further ado, let's get into the month of November. Honourable mention: Citadel Forged with Fire. Citadel Forged with Fire, the open-world fantasy RPG, makes its way to consoles this month, full of magic, spellcasting, and inter-kingdom strife. A massive online sandbox game that throws you into a world of Ignis, filled with different beasts, sprites, orcs, and dragons for you to conquer. Take on the role of a wizard and learn the art of magic. Ever wanted to whip out a broomstick and fly? You can in Citadel with custom crafted broomsticks, or if inanimate objects don't take your fancy, you can use spells to tame dragons or even giant eagles and soar through the skies. There is plenty of sandbox building here. Construct your own medieval palaces, craft magical shields, and more. You can also experience boss dungeons such as Forsaken Crypts and take on the challenge of defeating deadly foes with your magical powers. Meet plenty of magical beasts such as direwolves, phoenixes, and even trolls. Citadel Forged with Fire comes to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on November 1st. At number 5, Red Dead Redemption 2 PC release. Red Dead Redemption 2 branded onto the scene last year, taking the Wild West by storm. It now gets a new platform of PC. That's right, come November you can take on the Wild West, hunt, shoot, and settle up on PC. Set in the Wild West, Red Dead makes its return in Red Dead Redemption 2, full of gunslinging action and fist-fighting fun. Set in 1899, it's actually a prequel to the previous Red Dead title, which takes place over a decade later. Red Dead Redemption 2 also includes an online multiplayer mode called Red Dead Online, so now you can choose to take your adventure alone or team up with friends, giving a completely new experience. Players can view the game entirely in third person or first person as they wish throughout the game. Red Dead Redemption 2 arrives on PC on November 5th, 2019. At number 4, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Adding the first major RPG-based Pokemon game in the series to the Nintendo Switch, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield is the next entry in the franchise. Long anticipated by fans who are looking for a new pocket monster adventure, Sword and Shield will take them to the Galar region. Prepare to test your trainer skills as you battle your Pokemon against a number of worthy adversaries. There will be plenty of new Pokemon for new trainers to meet, appearing depending on the weather conditions and habitat. There are some new additions to gameplay, including Dynamax battles and raids. Players can go out and explore some varying environments such as mines, towns, and hillsides. You'll also get a chance to go camping with your Pokemon, prepare some tasty food, and interact with your pocket companions. Pokemon Sword and Shield releases exclusively on the Nintendo Switch on November 15th. At number 3, Shenmue 3. Considered to be one of the most first free-roaming open-world RPGs, Shenmue 3 makes its way to the modern consoles and PC this November. Following the series, the third title features a tale of revenge following a teenage jiu-jitsu artist called Ryo Hazuki, who is out to avenge his father's death and leads him to track down the man who did it in China. Shenmue 3 is an open-world title that sets to bring martial arts and epic storyline together with adaptable free battle and special skill systems. Dive into a vibrant world filled with villagers, shopkeepers, enemies, and heroes. There are plenty of stunning landscapes to see, festive towns, and enemy lairs. If you're wondering if you need to have played the first 2 titles, worry not, as there is a recap movie that retells the tale. You can also learn from NPCs to learn more about the story. If you like beat-em-ups with a blend of RPG and simulators, this might be the title for you. Shenmue 3 will release on PC and PlayStation 4 on November 19th. At number 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order dives into the fight against the dark side of the Force. It is said to include many aspects that made Knights of the Old Republic a memorable one. It's the first title in almost 10 years that takes a single-player Star Wars game with RPG elements. The latest entry in the Star Wars universe of gaming will include lightsaber combat, complete with striking, parrying, and dodging, as well as honing your powers of the Force. It tells a new story taking place after the events of the Revenge of the Sith. following a former Padawan who will need to complete their training to revive the Jedi Order, but it must be done before the Imperial Inquisitors get wind of the situation. You also get a companion droid called BD-1, because what Star Wars outfit is complete without a trusty sidekick that's ready to sound off snappy comebacks made up of a series of beeps? This November, may the Force be with you. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order sets to release on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on November 15th. At number 1, Death Stranding. Death Stranding takes our top spot this month as it's a game that doesn't seem to follow one particular genre, even being dubbed by Hideo Kojima as something totally brand new. Death Stranding follows the story of Sam, played by Norman Reedus, an everyday blue-collared worker who gets pushed to the limit in extreme situations, enduring physical as well as emotional stress after the collapse of society. Expect an onslaught of mind-bending visuals, rain that ages you, babies in tanks, invisible creatures, and much more mind-boggling experiences that haven't been seen yet. Set to be a title of a different kind, Death Stranding has plenty of curiosities and questions to answer. Expect exploration, third-person shooting, equipment such as ladders to scale mountainous regions, hand-to-hand combat, and a fairly strange tale. Death Stranding will release on PlayStation 4 on November 8th, 2019. That's a wrap for the top RPGs and games of November. Did I miss your favorite November release? What games are you most looking forward to next year? Please let us know in the comments below.